Hi. I wanted to gather some information about what's going on with the planets right now. Because a few days ago, I posted on Facebook a question. What the hell is going on? Was my question. Is there something with the planets? Because suddenly I'm anxious, I'm agitated, everything's irritating me, and I don't have any good reason to be feeling irritated. Well, as it turns out, there is something going on. There's more than one something going on. We're about to have a triple whammy. And so for those of you that are sensitive to energy, we thought it wouldn't hurt to have a heads up. Now, for those of you who think you aren't sensitive to energy at all, be prepared. You may be in this instance. A lot of us are affected by the moon cycles. There is a full moon coming up on August 3rd. It is called the full sturgeon moon, or the grain moon, possibly harvest moon, red moon. It got the name sturgeon moon because this time of year the sturgeon were abundant for the Native American tribes that harvested sturgeon. Good time of year, an abundance. Let's call the moon the sturgeon moon. Makes sense, doesn't it? This is a moon cycle that is encouraging you to let go. You're probably thinking, isn't every full moon asking me to let go? Well, pretty much life asks us to let go of that which is not serving us, that which is limiting us. I'm just repeating what I gathered. Let me read it so I don't screw it up any more than I already did. This is a time to give up what you don't need, to let go of what has been weighing you down, and to harvest and hold on to what could serve you in the future. The theme of this full sturgeon moon or grain moon is gratitude and giving back. Now there's one thing to deal with. Guess what? On August 8th, we have what's called the Lion's Gate portal. This is when the Earth and the star Sirius, not are you serious, but Sirius. Now I've lost where I was in that sentence. This is a time of alignment, the Earth with Sirius. And Sirius is a star that gives off pretty impressive spiritual light. So, it's going to wake up our DNA. It's going to get our energy bodies activated and ready to take on these high vibrational frequencies and light codes, things that will lead to awakenings and encouraging us to express our divinity in our physical form, to really let our light shine, to know who we are, divine beings, and blast it out there to other people. Sounds kind of nice, right? Well, it's nice. Any activations that hurry us along on our ascension are good. But just to warn you, this is supposed to be very intense energy. So you have full moon on the 3rd, you have the Lion's Gate portal on the 8th. Now you may be thinking, wait a minute, these are things that are still in the future. We're not quite done with July yet. Why am I feeling like this now? Well, that's because we're dealing with Mars in Aries. And keep in mind, I'm not an astrology person. This is all just stuff I've read in different articles and put into notes. So hopefully what I read and what I have gathered the information from is accurate, please don't shoot the messenger. Know that as to astrology, I am pretty much a dumb shit, except that I do experience the energy, and I try to find out a little bit about why I'm feeling like I am. So, you might already be feeling highly irritated and not know why. Mars is going to be in Aries for 6 months. And you could get excited about the 6 months ahead because you can see the potential for incredible personal growth when you hear about the things that'll be brought up for us to deal with. Or you could be thinking, oh my God, 6 months of torture. It really does depend how you choose to look at this. But there are some pretty cool things, if you want to look at it that way, along with some challenges, and here we go. I'm going to stop for a minute because I'm going to figure out a way to illustrate really good things that you shouldn't balk at one bit and perhaps challenging things. So, okay, hold on. Here we go. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Now, I do have to say that the overall feeling you may be experiencing is likely to be restlessness and agitation. Those aren't fun things, but I'm about to go into what could be good things that come of that. So, you may experience bursts of energy. You'll be so full of that good stuff, you'll be tempted to overdo it. And then the next day, you'll be totally drained because, yes, you did way too much because you were feeling good yesterday. Those fluctuations in energy are something you may want to get used to. That's apparently part of the theme of Mars in Aries. You may feel extra motivated to get things done. You are ready to gain back control of your life because all those retrogrades messed with you big time and you were starting to feel like you had no control over anything. You know, puppet on the strings that someone else is pulling. This has been a challenging time for many with the transformations that have been taking place. So, with Mars in Aries, you are gonna say, you know what? That's done. I am gaining control of my life again. I'm going to build my confidence. No, not just build. I'm going to embrace my confidence. I'm taking back my power. I am ready to kick some ass. So, you want to achieve your goals. You're feeling drawn to take action to achieve your goals, but you may lean a little bit toward taking risks and acting on impulse. Just a heads up, because those can have consequences. Just keep that in mind. Anything that's done hurriedly, without any kind of thought, could possibly lead to regret. Just saying. You know, this is a time when your ego's going to be fairly prominent, so you may want to check in now and then to make sure your motivations are coming from the right place and not just all ego. The big part is really not that different from every day in our lives. We're going to be asked to face our fears. Of course, that's life theme. Embrace love. Get rid of fear. But this is apparently a concentrated goal for the 6 months of Mars in Aries. Face your fears as you feel a bigger pull toward independence from that which has been holding you back. Well, yeah, it makes sense. Because with that part about, embracing your divine light and expressing it in physical form, if you're starting to figure out that, yeah, it wasn't bullshit when they said you are divine, and you're shining your your light and sharing it as you're out and about to the extent we can be during this stupid COVID stuff, you're going to be releasing a lot of what's been holding you back. You know, these are all very empowering things. Now, I'm going to stop again and switch the effect because I'm about to share with you what I found out about the more challenging aspects, which all really revolve around trying to manage all the emotions that are going to be triggered. I'll be back. I'm back, and I think you'll understand why I chose this particular effect, because now we're going to talk about the not so empowering stuff. It's all going to lead to empowerment. It's just going to maybe be a little uncomfortable as we work our way in that direction. Here we go. You may be feeling moody and find that you have a very short fuse. Anger and rage may be triggered so you can address them and release them. Butting heads with people may not be that unusual. And you may feel kind of combative. You're definitely going to be feeling resistance about rules and restrictions. And then there are times you're going to be downright hostile without even really understanding why you're feeling that way. Because we're dredging up the stuff that needs to go. It's legitimate. We acknowledge it. Rage and anger, you may consider your shadow, but those are really all part of being a human. They're not anything you have to hide in the closet or be embarrassed about or avoid. They're human emotions. It's cool. But, you know, they do kind of make some shock waves sometimes. So just keep that in mind. At least you'll know why you're feeling so pissed off. You're supposed to. Yeah. So it's okay if you're supposed to. It's okay. Feel them and then let them go. I mean, not forever. Of course, those things are going to pop up on occasion in life. But, you know, the big stuff that maybe you haven't dealt with from your whole life, dredge them up, deal with them and let those go. And then the stuff that comes up in the future may not be quite so impressive because you've taken care of the biggest stuff. Makes sense. Okay. I guess that's it, really, for the challenging things. It's dealing with roller coaster emotions and not easy emotions, and not beating yourself up or judging the emotions as bad. They're just part of being a human. For some reason, anger and rage are being targeted to be dredged up during Mars and Aries. Don't ask me to be any more detailed than what I've shared, because this is the extent of my notes, which means it's the extent of my knowledge. And I've just shared everything that I could possibly share from what I did as background before I came on here, basically to say, if you're sensitive to energy, hold on to your seat or to your hat or whatever that expression is. You're going to be feeling it. It's okay. If you're not already clearing your energy, you might want to investigate that. If you go to my website, lifestartswithlove.com, there's a blog and there's a down and dirty energy clearing thing there. Blog post. Yeah. If you're not already clearing your energy, you may want to start doing that. Basically, though, just be gentle with yourself. These energies are not easy. We're all being impacted by what's going on in the world right now. There's a lot of nastiness. People are turning on each other. It's dividing us, not bringing us together, unfortunately. Just that alone is challenging, and now we get all this planetary stuff adding to it. It's a lot to deal with, so please be gentle with yourself. Know that everything you feel is legitimate. Some of the stuff you feel, you may feel good about. Some of the stuff you may think you need to feel ashamed about or to hide from. It's all legitimate. Really, it is. And I think that's all I have to say, because I don't have any more notes. And I don't know what else to add, except you can do this. Good luck.